You serious?
He's Nick Bright.
Hi, he's Marcus Bronzy.
This is How to Kill an Hour.
Welcome to the show.
It's a show where we spend our time killing time so that you don't have to.
Yep.
So that when you kill time, you don't waste time doing it.
Exactly.
We're the mate that says, "Oi mate, have you tried this app out? Oi mate, have you seen that film? Oi mate, don't do that, that's shit. Oi mate, buy that."
It's basically the way that you find out how you can waste your spare time without wasting your spare time.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's constructive use of downtime. So it's no longer downtime, it's uptime.
Yeah, it's uptime.
With them uptime guys.
Where's this going?
I don't know. So basically, today's show, like we start every single show with telling you a way that we like to kill some time.
Yep.
We've had a few grand ones, a few fancy bits that we tried out over the last few episodes. This time, Nick.
Something tells me it's going to be shit.
No, it's pretty good.
Okay.
An app called Rust Bucket that I've been playing. It was free when I downloaded it. I can't remember if it's still free on the app. Can you check whether it's still free on the App Store? It might have been one of those ones that's only free for a little while.
Let me get me dog.
It's called Rust. Oh, there you go. Cockney rhyming. If you're from the West Coast or East Coast or America or anywhere else in the world, that's Cockney rhyming slang. Dog and bone.
Phone.
So Rust Bucket, it's a turn-based dungeon crawler with the mobile in mind. So basically, you play an upturned bucket, which looks like a knight and has a knife, and you've got to swipe to take steps, left, right, up, down, and attack your enemies. Simple as that.
But I'm downloading it now. It's still free.
Still free. There you go. So the enemy it's kind of like a turn-based game, but you swipe and move, and depending on the different enemy type, they move differently, like diagonal, up and down. Every other time you move.
It's like chess.
Very simple version of chess. Super simple version of chess. I don't want to disrespect any chess players.
It's like chess meets Pokemon.
Chess meets Pokemon with really cool music.
Okay.
But do you know what I like about it? It's a simple turn-based game that I like logic-based games that I know there's an answer to.
Okay.
Instead of those ones which are logic-based, like, you know, you got games like where you've got to get like a ball into a cup or something like that. And then if, you know, I don't know, when I feel like there's an element of chance that can just piss you off and fuck you up at the end of a level. When I play a level in this game, I feel like there's an answer. I just need to work hard and find it. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And also what's good about it is that because it's turn-based, it's great for commuting.
When you say turn-based, are you playing against a computer here?
Yeah, you play against a computer. So you make a move, the computer makes a move. So what's wicked about a game like this is most games you have to pause it or stop it. This game here, you can be on the bus, train, talking to somebody, whatever. Nick could be playing it right now. And as soon as you need to focus on what you need to focus on, you can just pop the game on the side.
Right, I've
opened
it up.
It's a very nice, simple game to play, man. It's available on Android and Apple as well. It's Rust Bucket, man. I really, really like it.
I'm trying to work out what I have to do.
You know what, Nick? I'd love to do that, but I have a feeling the listener isn't going to enjoy you live playing a game on the show.
Well, they should. They bloody well should. Here we go. I literally have no idea what I'm doing.
That's all right, mate.
I've won. I don't know what.
You won a level. There you go.
Gone to 2.
Loads of ads in the game though because it's free, which is a bit annoying, but but you know
what the best way to get out of those is?
Turn off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, aeroplane mode.
That's it. Yeah.
I do it all the time. Like there's a game that I play when I'm on the tube, and I am obviously on the tube, no internet or signal. I'm just there smashing it. Do you know what? I get a little kick out of that. I'm like, you think I'm seeing bare adverts and I'm playing this game? I ain't seeing any.
And you're
chumps.
Like, no. Yeah. But anyway, speaking of mobile gaming, Nick, this has been a hot one this week. I think, this is coming. It's a hot one. So way back in the year 2000, there was a phone that dropped on the market. It was a Nokia phone, and it was possibly one of the most popular phones ever.
In the UK, I mean, I don't know about worldwide here, but in the UK, it was most definitely the phone to have. If you didn't have this, you were just like dead out.
And let me break it down. This is what made the phone so cool, is that a year before, or maybe a bit longer than that, we had the first phone where there was no aerial. Yeah, that was a big thing, having a mobile phone with no aerial.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And
that was their selling point as well. In its slogan, it was like, ooh, phone with no aerial.
Phone with no aerial. That was called the 3210, yeah? And that was a good phone.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And then there was a slightly smaller, slightly sexier version of the phone that just...
It's like the younger brother.
The younger brother, it killed. It was like... I can't compare it to anything else. It was just the phone. The 3310 came out in the year 2000 and it was... it's sick. It's so sick, yeah, that it lasted for 5 years on the market. 5 years for a piece of tech.
Yeah.
They didn't phase it out to 2005. That's a long time for any product.
Can you imagine, like, iPhone doing that now?
Nah.
Like, they last a year.
A
year, it's done.
My iPhone 7 is going to be old in 6 months' time. 6 months' time, people will be going,
the next Apple event, you'll be like... And the thing is, right, Apple... We're going to talk about not the 3310 in a sec, but I just want to say, Apple are the kings, the fucking kings at making you think your once new phone is absolutely shit when the new one comes out.
You're redundant.
The new one comes out and you just look at your one and you're like, you fucking shitter. Like, they're like 3 months earlier, you were looking at it like, oh,
yeah.
Like,
look at you. You've not even got 4D touch. You've not even got the new 4D touch.
But before the 3310 and the 3210, though, there was one called the 5110. Remember the 5110 with the aerial?
5110 and the 5146, which was the replaceable. You could replace just the front.
Right, okay.
That was it. Was it the 5110 or either one of those
5110 and the 5146. I thought they were the same, but it was almost like the iPhone 3G and the 3GS.
Ah, right.
Because, like, I'm certain it was just like different regions. They were called different things. Or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
But basically, you could replace just the front and the aerial. So I had like a cover on the 5110 that had mad colours on it, and then I had like a really long aerial with bare different colours.
You had the LED lights as well.
Yeah.
Right, this is how old me and Nick are. You'd know why I did this. We went and saw Star Wars Episode 1, and when they were doing the lightsaber scenes, we almost got kicked out because we were doing it with our phones. But you had to get someone to call you to make your phone light up, so we're calling each other in the middle of the cinema. Anyway, so enough of me and Nick reminiscing. So that was a big phone, the 3310.
Massive.
Just, so if you're like, 20 years old right now and you're like, fuck it, I don't care. Just imagine any tech lasting for 5 years. That's how important this was. And now... at the Mobile World Congress, which is going on as we speak, it's some big mobile, convention. It's like CES for mobiles. There was some rumours about the 3310 coming back. Now, it's made a comeback, Nick, but it's not the same as before. It's
a bit disappointing, to be honest.
There was talk of it coming back in its original form, and it's not come back in its original form. It's kind of come back. It's been remixed. All right, Nick?
It's more like the 3311.
That's what they should call it, 3311. So instead of 3G or 4G, it's got 2.5G connectivity, which is kind of a throwback to the old school.
Yeah.
But it's not got the original Nokia operating system. So it's
WAP,
like
is that WAP?
The WAP, the wireless access protocol. where you could basically download a page that says your train is coming in 4 minutes. So that was as gassy as it was. So it's got this operating system called the S30 operating system, which kind of looks like a simple Android operating system. They've done a bit of work to make it look like the Nokia 3310, like when you're messing with it. But I think there's one very important thing that we need to think about when we're looking at a product like this, Nick. And there's one question that I think you need answered. And I think we get the answer in this clip.
We've actually exceeded many of the previous KPIs. It offers 22 hours talk times and 1 month of standby time. And you can still play Snake.
That was the key bit at the end.
The last bit. You can still play Snake.
It's all I care about, bruv.
Do you know what, though?
It's all I cared about.
Snake was like... It was the original Don Dada game of its time. It was the Candy Crush.
Oh, yeah. It was a Candy Crush. Bless you.
Thank you. It was the Candy Crush of its time. Amazing game at the time. But...
At the time?
I do think to myself...
At the time?
Are we just kind of living on nostalgia?
Yeah, I have a feeling that it will be gas for the day that you get the phone, and someone goes, "Have you got Snake? Let me have a go." And they have a go, and realise it is a bit shit. Yeah. Give you your phone back.
They go, let me just get back onto Pokemon Go or whatever it is the fuck we're playing now.
Let me just play Rust. Let me play Rust Bucket instead. So yeah, the phone's 41 quid, 22 hours battery life.
Drug dealers are happy, you know.
Does it even have the proper 4G?
Yeah, the burner. Yes, the burner, bro.
So that's gonna be the new crack phone, isn't it?
Yeah, trust me.
So basically, what they've done is they've given drug dealers swag.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'm not a drug dealer, but I'm gonna get one. I want one just for the throwback factor.
Are you gonna get one?
I want one, man. It's only 40 quid as well. You know what I mean?
Will you bring it on the show, please?
Well, they haven't announced. They haven't announced when it's coming out.
What ringtone will you go for though?
I want. What
one was that?
It was like Bernadetta, I think it was called. And there was Jump. That. Big one.
Do you know what the best one was for
the
me?
Nokia ring.
Sorry if you don't hate this. This was my favourite one.
Blab, blab, blab. Yeah.
And the ending.
Epic ending.
So that's the new Nokia, the 3310, or as me and Nick think it should be called 3311.
I'm so annoyed because it's not even going to come back with those ringtones, you know. It's going to come back with the bullshit fucking polyphonic.
It's probably going to come back with some like live recorded version where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you'll be able to put your own ringtone on there. It's not the same, man. We want the limited shit that we had before.
I think it was something that was impressive when we had a lot less.
Yeah.
We had a lot less, so it was a lot more exciting.
I want the infrared sending of ringtones. Ringtone composer. Remember that? Used to be in school, like trying to make like Lethal Bizzle pow.
Yeah. Anyway, to the future, Nick.
Back to the future.
It's now become a possibility that we will not only just see robots making other robots, because it happens all the time.
Yeah, we see that all the time in car factories.
Call a car a robot, whatever. But a report by a global futurist has stated that the act of making robots is one thing, but there's also another act called generative design, which is robots making other robots, but designing them also. So a robot will design another robot and make it. So it's about an autonomous robot thinking, I need to make another robot that's also autonomous.
Right.
Designing it and building it. So technically, it's like birth.
Yeah.
And it's like allows robots to evolve naturally themselves. Now, this sounds really simple, but for me, this sounds like a really, really big breakthrough thing because this is robots having babies, basically.
Yeah. It is a big thing, but you know my thoughts on this from previous episodes of How to Kill an Hour.
Yeah. We're fucked.
I am not a fan of uncontrolled artificial intelligence, basically. Like robots and shit that can learn and like build other robots. What? So we're building a robot that can learn so it can build a robot army and learn to kill us all. Trust me, that is gonna happen. It won't be in our lifetime. I'll be brown bread. But when people find the recordings,
that means dead.
Yeah, that's brown bread dead. When people find the recordings of How to Kill an Hour in 2,000 years time, and they're like, oh my god, this guy was saying it from then, the year 2016, because I said it last year.
Yeah.
Like that is going to happen. But it's a good thing we found these new planets. These new planets in that distant solar system.
Yes.
Because, well, they don't know for certain, but they are estimating that those planets are the correct distance away from their star, aka their sun, so that they may be able to house life on those planets. And if that's the case, again, another thing that is going to happen is in the future, they will be offering the super rich, if you can live on those planets, they'll be offering the super rich the chance to, like, when this planet's fucked and we've taken everything and robots are killing us, the super rich will be able to rocket off to these other planets that are miles away and like restart, you know what I mean? Like restart life.
Or do you think that if they had resources there, and all the rich people lived here, they'd like send people that are like incarcerated over there to go and like mine and dig and do stuff and send all the resources back here to the motherland?
Bit like the modern day Australia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Almost.
They'd call it, Australia. They'd call it Australia 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And in Australia.
Do you know what though? We're such cunts, the human race. We're fucking cunters.
Yeah.
You know why? Yeah. We watch all these fucking Independence Day films and we're like, oh, they go to other planet, they come to our planets and they're fucking trying to... That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're eyeing it up. Not with the, it'd be interesting to see who's there. We're eyeing it up going, it'd be nice to move there. What about the people that live there right now?
Fuck
that are just
those
chilling?
guys.
Yeah. I'll tell you, we'll turn up on a big ship and just fucking
We are like...
nuke 'em all.
We're all like...
Avatar.
Caravan gypsies, mate. That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? We're hitching up in their car park and their field, and we're just like whopping our caravans there. Yeah. And we're like, I'm fucking staying, man.
Yeah.
Like,
we're fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. We're gypsies of the galaxy. That's what we are. We just roll over, set up camp. Fuck them, squatters. Yeah. Squatters of the galaxy.
Rights, mate. What are you gonna do?
Fucking hell, man. So yeah, I'm really happy that there's other planets because I think it'll just be nice to go somewhere else for a drink.
Yeah, you know I mean? Something tells me at the moment the technology's not quite there for you to just nip there for a drink.
It'd be nice though, wouldn't it? What if it is like bad weather here and you don't want to go somewhere like Spain, you just want to fly to Australia too? Good beers.
I mean, part of the problem is enough people think that Australia 1 is a long enough flight away from England.
Yeah. You can do it all in one go now, you know?
Not yet. Almost. I'm an aviation nerd.
Really?
Yeah, it's
but is it when can we buy the ticket?
I don't know. I can't tell you exactly when off the top of my head, but basically, Qantas, the national airline of Australia, they have bought a new aircraft. I think it might be the new Boeing 787 Dreamliner, the new ones, which can go a little bit further than the current ones that exist already. Right. So you'll be able to fly direct from London to Western Australia, so Perth mainly. And then Perth will act as a hub for the rest of Australia. Because, you know, from like Perth to Sydney or Melbourne, which is on the other side, it's still like 6-hour flight.
Oh, that's long.
It's something like that. I've never been Australia.
So there's no easy... Like, if I had a jet, I couldn't do it with my own private jet. It's too small.
The tanks ain't big enough. Because that's why you can buy a direct ticket to Australia now, but the plane still has to land somewhere and refuel. So
do you just stay on the plane? Nah,
you have to get off in the airport. So you like, they stop normally if it depends what airline. If it's Emirates, it will stop in Dubai. If it's Air Singapore, it will stop in Singapore. Obviously, you can do it via Korea as well, Thailand. Do it via many countries, but they stop. You get off, waltz around the airport for a couple of hours, and then get back on and carry on.
Yeah, because I don't think I'd want to do an overnight, because I think the whole coming out of an airport and going in, it's just a ball ache, bruv. Security and all that shit.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the deal is with security and all the rest of it, because I don't know if you're going through immigration.
I mean, say you did an overnight and you wanted to go out for a day and come back.
Oh yeah, that's a ball ache.
Long, man.
Yeah, see, for me, like I'd do it as a day flight, because as you say as well, I don't want to really be like, if you do it as a night flight, you'll be like sleeping, and then you'll get to flipping Dubai or wherever it is you're doing the refuel, and you'll have to wake up, get off, get out, get back on the plane, and then try and sleep again.
Long.
Yeah.
I'll just get pissed, mate, and just blind drunk, make it all the way there, wake up in Australia in the right frame of mind, half cut.
Like, you know Dev, who sometimes appears on How to Kill an Hour, he had to do something for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which is a TV show which happens in the UK, if you're unaware of it.
Where they put people that aren't really that famous.
Yeah. Into a pretend jungle.
Yeah, quite ironic though. It's called I'm a Celebrity, because they're not really. I might be able to get on there.
Through just the podcast alone.
Yeah, just the podcast might be able to get on there.
Well, he had to go and do there's the main show, which is on ITV1, which is like showing the highlights of what's been happening in the jungle, blah, blah, blah. And then there's this spin-off show where they talk in more detail about the stuff that's been happening. Yeah. Dev was on that show, and he was on it for 2 days. So he flew to Australia for like 4 days, and they business classed him up as well.
Really?
FYI, yeah. And he was on screen for collectively over 2 shows. He told me it was like a minute and a half. So he's like, they flew in business class, Australia are back, minute and a half on screen.
And he didn't just happen to be there. They flew him out for it.
Yeah, they just flew him out.
I thought he happened to be there.
No.
You know.
Literally flew him out. But that's a long way to go, isn't it, man?
It is.
They need to hurry up with this Concorde 2, they're calling it, which Richard Branson is developing with Boom. I think it is. It's a startup in California. Right. So Boom have teamed up with Richard Branson, and they're basically at the moment building the test plane, which is going to be a small one, which just like will fit the pilot or whatever in.
Yeah.
They'll do
a couple of sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, supersonic supersonic speed testing and all the rest of it.
You're going to say supersonic sandwiches.
Well, they technically would be, wouldn't they? And if it goes well, they're going to build a proper big one, and you'll be able to get to New York or whatever in 3 hours.
I did not know about this aviation side of you, Nick. You're just full of surprises, you know.
I'm into it.
You're full of surprises. So how long was that again? 3.5 hours? 4 hours?
Yeah. I'll have a look. I'll have a look right now live.
He's just opening his navigation folder in his laptop with all of his research on the matter.
Richard Branson, Concorde 2. Right, I've got it here. It's in a terrible newspaper.
Well, it used to be 4 hours, 4.5 hours, so I presume it'll be...
The new baby boom plane will speed passengers from London to New York in just 3.5 hours.
Shit.
So the Boom supersonic jet will be able to do it in 3.5 hours at 1,450 miles per hour. And a Boeing 747, which is the jumbo jet, the one that's got the little bubble on the top, that does it in 8 hours in 560 miles per hour.
Fucking hell. I would like that because I don't like long flights. Could you get to Australia in it though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I'm not.
Can't they just fill it all the way up? Just fill the petrol tanks all the way up. But yeah. Anyway, let's finish the show with some live googling. Cheers for that, Nick. Right.
The plane is expected to have 40 seats in 2 rows, and tickets will cost about $5,000. So. Can't imagine I'll be taking that anytime soon.
On that note,
even though we did plug it, so Branson, mate, I know you're a fan of the show, so come on, give us some free tickets, bro.
Yeah, come on, Ricky. Come on, mate. Sort us out, mate.
Yeah.
All right, there's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Nick Bright. Sorry, I was too busy reading my...
Supersonic speeding.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Love.